Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Royal Blue Tarot. It's divinely designed and aligned that we are here in this space together. My intention is that you receive the messages for your most optimal and opulent life experience. If you're here, you are spiritual royalty, and there are messages here for you. Go ahead and take a couple of cleansing breaths. Set some intentions for the reading. What is it that you need to know? What is it that your higher self needs to know? Let's go ahead and have a moment of silence for that as I go ahead and shuffle the cards. We've already got 66 showing itself, and the Knight of Cups. A lot of emotions, a lot of harmony, balance, intuition. Something is to be revealed. I'm getting the energy of watching and waiting, watch and learn. We've got 88. So 66, 88. All right, one more shuffle. And we've got 1010 that showed itself. So how are you feeling? How are you doing? Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. Pray that these messages let you know what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, for your spiritual maturity and growth, for your highest evolution. Okay, so let's go ahead and tap in. We got the Two of Cups and the 8th house, another 10. So definitely connection, union, making decisions on love. House 8 coming out gives us 888. Transformation, karma, facing fears, legacies. Yeah, so overall energy for the reading is the Judgment card. So we saw 1010, that's 20. Something has completed. Something has come to an end. Something new is beginning. Tell me more, Spirit. What does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know? Queen of Pentacles wanted to come out to the Four of Wands. 24, another 6. Stability, structure, harmony, balance, success, celebration. Hanged Man, looking at things from a different perspective. The High Priestess, someone's feeling blocked from their intuition at the moment. Something very mysterious happening here. All right, we're going to go with 4 cards each for the spread. Another 8 here. 28, which is 30, gives us 10, 10, 10. The Lover's energy again. Something about aligning with your soul mission and purpose. You've been working really hard on that, finding stability, looking at your life from a completely different perspective. But you're having a hard time seeing past, like right now, is what I'm getting. The World card, 21. New cycles beginning, new foundation with the Sun card at the bottom of the deck. Clarity, something is coming into balance here. But this is a whole new cycle. This is whatever you're walking into, this is something that you've never done before. You've only dreamed about it. You've only thought about it. You've only reflected on it. We've got a lot of 8s going on in the reading. So heavy in regards to your power, your strength, Scorpio energy, Leo energy, karma, facing your fears, having the strength to move forward. Queen of Wands energy, again, that that fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sag for sure, but I'm really picking up on heavy Leo here. We got the Queen of Wands to the Nine of Pentacles to the Hermit to the Ten of Cups. So you are in an energy that I feel like you've never really been in before. You have this renewed sense of confidence. 99 out here, you know, that constantly shows up in our energy read. You've been spending a lot of time alone and you have been just elevating spiritually. This renewed sense of self that you have. I'm getting like your eye on the prize. A lot of happiness coming in. Ten of Cups back down to the Sun card. There is, wow, and even 10 and 9, that's 19 again. So we got 1919 showing up in the reading. You taking the time to go within, to set boundaries, to walk away from everything, everyone, just having putting things to rest in the past, willing to have a new beginning, even though you couldn't see forward in the future. You didn't know what things were going to look like. All you knew was that you want to change. All you knew was that you wanted to see things different in your life. Even though you've been having to just take things one step at a time, again, unable to really see the future, you've still been so committed to your steps. And there's just really beautiful energy here that you're walking into something new. And this is your karma. This is what you deserve because you were willing to go on a journey to do it by yourself. And again, another 9 and the King of Wands, like you were willing to put a relationship to rest in the past. You were willing to walk away from things that left you feeling confused, feeling anxious. Again, heavy fire energy. Leo. Really big on the Leo energy here. Something still has you really up in your head. But you're walking away from it. You're like, you know what? I don't care how stressed out I am about this. I'm going to continue to follow my heart, to let my intuition lead. Whether you're afraid or not, you're still moving forward. That's what I get with the Knight of Wands to the Knight of Cups. Finding emotional balance, manifesting. You're manifesting someone to come in and have a conversation, something that's been taking a while. You have your sword up. You have your boundaries in place now. You're not really concerned about going backwards because you found so much stability within yourself. You're just not doing it. But there is something in the past that's been coming up for you. Something that is about to turn into a new cycle. Maybe new people coming in that you're going to be working together with. 13 Pentacles here, 10 of Pentacles to the 3 of Pentacles. You're going to be working with people, community, friends, even just your ancestors and your guides is what I'm picking up on. To have a newfound sense of stability within your money. You have clarity about your ideas, truth coming in. You're feeling emotionally balanced after walking away from things that were no longer serving you. Tell me more, Spirit. What does the collective need to know? Yeah, the Magician. You're manifesting a conversation about something from the past, but you're no longer feeling as wounded from it. You're in a much stable place now. You're way more grounded. 7 of Wands. You're in a way better position than you were to have this conversation. Tell me more, Spirit. Five of Wands. Yeah, you really have to hold your ground on this one. Everyone felt like they had a point to prove. Affected the way that you were taking action in your life. You were afraid to move forward. You were afraid to leave this in the past. You invested a lot into this, something that really made you happy, but you saw through it. You saw truth and clarity, regardless of how it affected your home life. I feel like it destabilized you for a little bit of time, but it helped you to get back into your confidence, helped you to get back into your bag, helped you to heal some deep-seated wounds from the past. Yeah, Chiron to the star, which is another 8, definitely helped you to heal, find balance. You have just completely been restored here within your life. A lot of inner child healing. trusting your manifestations at this point because you were willing to be a beginner. You were willing to start over. Eight of Pentacles, yeah, you were willing to put the work in to master yourself, to master a craft. I'm getting to that whatever's going on with your money and whatever's changing within your career is something that no one in your family has ever done before. And you carried a lot of burdens with this, but God gave you the idea of how to get out of your situation. And so you took it. You took it, and now look at that. Ace of Pentacles. The most secure, stable, abundant idea you've ever had. And you got that idea while you were sitting in Hermit, reflecting on, again, your ultimate happiness. We keep seeing this Ten of Cups to the Sun card. The light within you and the vision that you have for your future is what inspired you, what kept you holding on, going through a dark night of the soul, and God is blessing you. God is blessing you because you stayed in your strength. What else do we need to know, Spirit? Yep. Heal these shadows, came out of this devil energy, release toxic attachments, release codependency, anything that had you feeling chained and burdened. You were like, you know what? I'm getting out of my comfort zone. I'm putting an end to this. I'm renewing my sense of self-love, and I have the victory, and everything is changing for you because of that. Really, really beautiful, guys. You're doing an amazing job. What else do we need to know, Spirit? What else do we need to know? I'm getting that like you couldn't even let people know what you were doing because they would have tried to sabotage you, people not wanting you to move forward, people who are thinking about you now and feel like they are really impressed with what you've done. We got the Hierophant to the Fool to the Chariot card. So you were willing to have a new beginning. You may have left a marriage, a long-term partnership to stand in your truth and move forward in your life. You weren't playing around. You were, again, willing to be a beginner, willing to take a chance on love. Willing to take a chance on love, willing to take a look in the mirror and think about all of the choices that you've made, things that kept you stuck in your comfort zone. You really fought hard against that. Gemini energy, heavy air. You had to be strategic about this. You thought, not even like long-term strategy. It was like just every day, what am I going to do? Thinking about like with the Five of Swords, I'm picking up that like you standing in your truth, being willing to go through change, willing to have arguments with people, willing to let people walk away from you for you standing in your truth. It was really just hidden enemies here. We've got 918, which is just 999. Other people are heavily reflecting on things that have happened. Truths that you said. You were willing to create something new by standing in your truth, saying what needed to be said. I'm hearing, say what you need to say. You were willing. And it helps you to manifest something completely different, to create something new. You're creating something completely different. Family, friends, lovers, everyone is surprised to see you standing in your power. And you're 10 of Cups. You're getting ultimate happiness for this. 10 plus 5, that's 16. That's the devil and the devil, because you going within to heal your inner child, to release these toxic attachments, any sort of addictions to relationships. You got emotionally grounded. I mean, went from the Page of Cups to the King of Cups. Like, no games. You know how you feel. And you don't have to fight for it. Cancer could be significant. And because you were willing to stand in your truth, now you're walking into the 10 of Cups. Ultimate happiness. Rainbows could be significant. You could have 2 children. This change that you went through really affected your confidence for a while. For you to move forward with a creative project with no money, but the Fool to the Death card, you didn't care. You got over your fears in order to have a new beginning, and it's got you sitting in this King of Cups. King of Pentacles energy, grounded, secure, you got money coming in, and this is justice. This is something that was divinely aligned for you because of you walking away from things, no longer willing to hold on. We got 8, 4, 4, 8. 8 of Swords to the 4 of Swords to the 4 of Pentacles to the 8 of Cups. Like you, a lot of strength, and you were protected as you were facing your fears. Like your ancestors and your guides made sure that they supported you on this journey. So even though you felt like you had no one around, you had heavy protection from your spirit team. 6 of Cups. You're radically changing your dreams, like the way you look at past partnerships, past relationships, the way you look at love, the way you look at soulmate connections for yourself. It has gone through a radical change because you have a newfound sense of confidence. Yeah, I can't make it up. With the 9 of Pentacles, you see yourself as this person who is lacking nothing. So now you're not accepting breadcrumbs from people. Now you're not accepting less than what you deserve. You balanced your energies, and now you're able to move forward in your life. And you see that 9 Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. That's 10 Pentacles. Manifested abundance, legacy, a lot of things to do with something long-term that you're building within your career. You've been meditating about this, praying on it, really seeking the divine, willing to separate yourself from outside noise and influence. You're not really talking to people about this. You're gaining stability within yourself and your mental, how you're imagining this. You're being strategic. We got the 7 of Swords to the 7 of Cups. You're being very strategic about this. You're feeling through this emotionally, your thoughts. This is something that you have felt very anxious about because it's a really big change for you. You're going to a new level. Spiders could be significant. And that's another 7. So 777. I'm hearing like luck. Yeah. King of Pentacles just popped out on that ass. Like you have money coming in because you're taking a risk on this new creative project. Tell me more, Spirit. To the King of Cups. Really getting into your expressing yourself, your masculine energy, standing, taking action, being bold, standing firm. If you're a divine feminine, like this energy, you're talking about your ideas more. You're feeling more emotionally balanced with it. You're not allowing fears from childhood to affect you moving forward to something that you know. Like you have a powerful creation, you have a powerful gift, you have a powerful voice, you have a powerful mission. I'm hearing divine witness, like you are a pure soul that people can get good spiritual information with because you have a direct connection to the divine. Seven of Wands, you have really strong boundaries against people from the past, people that actually really want to come in and talk to you and heal connections. But with this King of Swords, it's like you're willing to listen, but you're not really saying much anymore. And that's a beautiful energy that you've gotten into. You've really gone to the next level within your communication because you trust your vision for yourself. You've really had to sit within yourself and take an idea that God gave you and take a leap of faith and move out of your comfort zone to move into another direction. And there's people in your past that are actually heartbroken about this, that really want to come together and collaborate. I'm seeing the Empress to the Emperor to the 2 of Cups. So this has to do with a past relationship. Someone sees you moving forward. They're thinking about what went wrong in the past, where maybe they weren't being vulnerable, willing to connect with you emotionally. But this is soulmate connection with the Ace of Cups to the Tower. Something's coming in, something's about to change here, but you're sitting, you're focusing on yourself, you're grounded, you're making decisions, you're still healing from a lot of things of the past. Give me more, Spirit. Yeah, you're still heavy 8s in this reading. But you're still recovering from things that you had to walk away from. I'm seeing that solemn look on the moon's face, like this was really serious for you. And again, 8-8. This was a lot for you to do. This was really hard for you. See how the person's looking away, this person's blindfolded. It's like you couldn't even keep your eyes on the things that you had to walk away from because it was really painful. It was really painful for you to have to walk away from the things that you did. Your friends, like-minded groups, a lot of things about friendships, hopes, dreams, aspirations, things that you had your heart set on, you had to let it go. But it has you communicating with new people. Yeah, networking with new people. Three of Pentacles to the Queen of Cups. Connecting with people who are more like-minded, more nurturing, people like you who are more emotionally balanced, people who are willing to give. And you're going to have the victory with this. Like, people are recognizing you for what you're doing. You had so much strength to get through the chaos and confusion in your life, and you have found so much balance within yourself. Nine of Cups to the Six of Wands, because Spirit gave you an idea and you were willing to take the journey. You grounded yourself and you took action. I'm hearing at a snail's pace. You didn't care how long it was going to take you. You were like, I'm going to plant these seeds and I'm going to have something different for my life. But you've constantly been reflecting. That Six of Cups energy is coming up really strong. You've still been thinking a lot about this divine counterpart connection that that really broke your heart, that you had to move away from, that you had to put an end to. Tell me more about this, Spirit, because it keeps coming up. Ace of Cups. It seems like some sort of renewal of love. It could be. Get another card. Yeah, something's hidden about this. The Moon to the Hermit to the Ten of Wands. Give me more on this Ace of Cups. Why does this soulmate connection keep coming up? What do we need to know about this, Spirit? The Emperor, finding stability, having structure. There's going to be like a new title to this relationship. I'm seeing the King of Swords. To the Lovers. Yeah, it seems like there may be some sort of a new emotional beginning, a new foundation within this soulmate connection. Tell me more, Spirit, because we ain't trying to make this up now. We ain't trying to make this up. Nine of Cups, and I'm seeing that Ten of Cups. Yeah, happy home, happy family. There's been a lot invested in this. 17, the Star, a lot of healing that had to be done around this. Cutting losses, cutting ties. Allowing the divine to restore you after having to cut ties with something that you spent a lot of time here. This is like a long-term relationship, but something is turning, something's changing because of being willing to face your fears and understanding what actually makes you happy, what truly makes you happy. And that's the thing, when something's a dream, like a childhood fantasy, it doesn't matter how many years go by, how many months go by, how much time goes by. When it's a dream, it's a dream. Imbalance, a point of tension, power struggle. There was a power struggle within this relationship, a lot of imbalance, Nine of Swords, a lot of fears, a lot of triggers. The Hierophant, commitment, marriage, partnership, soul contract. Again, a new beginning that's took a long time. A lot of healing needed to be done. Reflecting on the past. 9 plus 4, we already know that's 13, the Death card. Something had to end in order for something to begin. Someone's sitting in this 9 of Cups energy. Someone's sitting in this 4 of Cups energy. Someone's feeling more secure and balanced within their emotions, and someone else is finding balance within their emotions, but after having to reflect on a lot of things. They're really having to look at the whole situation from the beginning. Like from the beginning of the relationship, everything that they invested, whatever they learned a lot from this relationship. And they're ready to move forward after sitting in a lot of regret and loss and having to accept the truth of that they're missing this relationship, that they're mourning this relationship. 10 of Cups, they're feeling very burdened and spending a lot of time alone, finding clarity. But it's painful. It's hard. But because of this pain that they're going through, they're wanting to follow their heart, follow their emotions, and find some balance within this relationship and fight through their fears, to talk about their deception, the options that they had, the fact that they've been going through karma, finding balance, finding stability, and they're ready to move forward and have some sort of union with you. My goodness. House 3, ready to communicate, ready to come together, ready to create something new. They have an idea, they have a vision, they're ready to get out of their comfort zone. You've already done this. Give me more, Spirit. To the Two of Pentacles. So there goes another 4. they have a choice. Like, am I gonna make the long-term investment, or am I gonna make a short-term investment? We got 222 here, which is a 6, 246. Finding balance within this soulmate connection. Someone is strategizing. They're sitting in a place of regret, sadness, remorse, and they're strategizing. 77, again, they're thinking, they're figuring out, how can I do this? They're planning, they're putting things to an end. They're ending their deceptive ways, any sort of cycles that they had about, even, I'm hearing procrastination. They're watching, they're learning a lot from you. They're learning a lot from you because you've gotten into this King of Swords energy. You're highly protected, temperance, balance. A lot of sevens coming out here. Temperance is 7 and 7. We got 77 right here, and we have the Chariot. So a Cancer could be very significant. Someone heavily sitting in their emotions, wanting to move forward because they want the 10 of Pentacles. They want to find balance within this connection. Ready to move forward, having a lot of fire. Again, the fire signs being significant: Aries, Leo, Sag. Confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. That's how this person is feeling about moving forward to this connection. King of Pentacles, they're feeling grounded. They want to come in with something to offer, something stable. They're working on their money. They want you to see them as having grown and elevated and gotten out of the confusion, no longer wanting to treat you as an option, wanting to come and be vulnerable because they're sitting in this super painful energy. Look at all of these swords. Look at all of these swords about the Empress. 10, 9, and 3. That's 13 plus 9. That's 22 swords, master number. This Emperor is finding stability within their life because they're accepting the truth. They're healing their heart. They're putting things to an end. They're learning how to hold their thoughts. And then 23, which is 5. They know in their heart that they want marriage and commitment. That's justice. Like, they want, I'm hearing justice of the peace. Like, they want to get married to the Queen of Pentacles. Empress to the Queen of Pentacles. Like, cannot make this up. I don't know why I'm talking so fast and going so fast today, y'all. I ain't even had no coffee, no tea, no nothing. I just was coming on here to do this reading for you guys really quick. And y'all know I do not even be wanting to pick up on love. I just want to talk about y'all. But look, there's some sort of new passionate beginning. I don't even want it to be the case. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want it to be the case, put it in the comments that you don't want your person back, that you want different readings. You don't want to talk about this soulmate connection anymore. But the 666, the 8s, the 7s, that keeps coming out. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9, the 5s, the 4s. I mean, all of the numbers. It's like everything. You guys have been moving on up. Air, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. Communication. Air being communication. Swords being communication, being thoughts. Like people being up in their thoughts, heavy about communicating. There's communication that needs to happen either way regarding the soulmate connection. But put in the comments, do you want your person back or not? Because look at this. Someone is up in their head, bro. They're scared. They're feeling anxious. They're alone. 4 of Pentacles. They're holding on to their money. The Star card, healing. A lot of this Knight of Cups keeps coming up. The Tower. Something's coming in very unexpected to the Ace of Swords. Divine revelation. Spiritual awakening. Surprise. Truth coming in. This Emperor wants to come in and tell the truth. Knight of Swords wants to come in and tell the truth. Wants to start a new cycle. Wants to have happiness and success. You're grounded. You're nurturing. You help this person to feel balanced. Heavy Libra energy. What else does the collective need to know? That you're being divinely protected by your spirit guides. That this whole thing went under judgment. It was designed this way for you to walk by faith, not by sight. To walk away from this person. To have the strength to walk away from this person. Heal your heart. And that took you to another level. That caused an ascension for you and for this person. Because now they're finding balance and they're ready to move forward. Final messages, Spirit. Final messages for the collective. Yeah, 6 of Swords in reverse. They are still feeling conflicted about how to move forward. They don't really have the answer. I'm getting, you know what? With the 6 of Swords in reverse, this could be the fact that they don't want you to move away from them. They don't want this to be over. This is someone who's being guided away. They don't want this to end, is what I'm picking up on. I'm hearing no going back. Clarify this 6 of Swords in reverse. Conjunction. Yeah, they want to come back together. They want to have a union. They don't want to be separate. This is someone who's like leaving. But this is about going from rough waters to calm waters. So give me another one. Like, does this person not want you to go to a place of calm? Okay, water, spirituality, emotion, intuition, compassion. This person is trying to be brave to move towards you, but it seems like it's going really slow. Like, is this person still stuck or something? What's going on with this energy, spirit? Give me another card on this. Yeah, okay, so they're still working through sadness. They're still, with the moon to the Six of Pentacles, they're still really sad that maybe they feel like they don't have anything to offer you. Five of Wands, they're holding on to their convictions, but they're still moving through a lot. To the Five of Cups. Yeah, Five of Cups twice. So this person is heavily grieving at the moment, which I think is stopping them from moving forward. Don't nobody want that weak stuff. You know what I'm saying? Eight of Swords to the Four of Cups. They're having to get out of their head. They're still working through a lot of their fears. They're still facing some things. They're still heavily reflecting on some things from the past that didn't work out. They're dreaming, hearing a dreamer. They're dreaming about this union, but it seems like they still haven't been able to move forward with this because of heavy grief, because of not being able to find balance within their head. Knight of Wands, yeah, they're still feeling like scary, just not certain on moving forward because of the heartbreak. Maybe they're not sure if you want to talk to them. We're seeing another Five of Swords because of the arguments, because of things that they've said. They're not sure if you're going to accept them. And then we have the Six of Swords again. So it's like they do want to heal and find balance after some of these uncomfortable conversations that you guys have had, because they were just really in their ego. I feel like they were saying things that they didn't mean, and they're not sure if that's something that they can come back from. Okay, that no going back. I think that they're feeling so much sadness and regret, thinking that there's no going back from the things that they said, that you're not going to accept them anymore, but they're still trying to find a way to move forward. They're trying to figure out something stable to offer this Empress. They want to be able to bring justice into you. They want to balance the situation out. North Node, destined to have this moving forward. Ten of Pentacles, like coming together, family, union, Libra, consideration, fairness, harmony. This person wants to bring, and the Justice card at the bottom of the deck, this person wants to bring balance into this situation. So what's the outcome, Spirit? I never really asked that, but what's the outcome? Forward movement, Eight of Wands, Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Communication, love, Venus coming out here, giving and receiving love, finding value, seeing beauty. There's Seven of Wands, they're holding on, growing. Seems like this relationship has the potential to come together and balance being restored. Communication is coming in. There's going to be some difficult conversations to be had. Someone has to take accountability for the deceptive energy that they were in, things that they said that they feel like they couldn't take back, that they knew broke your heart and caused you to move away from them. Ace of Cups is going to lead to a renewal of love, to a new beginning. This person, both of you have been loving on yourself. Two of Wands, someone's about to get out of their comfort zone, make a decision to come towards you. Can we get some more energy on what's to come, Spirit? Nine of Wands, the end of a battle. The end of a battle. More energy on what's to come, Spirit. Six of Wands to the King of Cups. Victory, success, love. Queen of Swords, Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck after finding balance within communication, within money. Hilarious. Queen of Swords to the King of Swords. You guys are going to have a conversation, but you guys are going to be matched. You guys are going to talk about the deception, the lies. Balance is going to be restored. Four of Swords, there's going to be a lot of healing that comes from this relationship. To the Three of Pentacles, there's going to be a lot of working together. Seven of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles, which is Eight Pentacles. You guys are going to work together. This is something karmic that is coming together because someone chose to follow their heart. Three of Cups, union, Ace of Wands, King of Wands to the Ace of Wands. To the Ace of Swords. Truth is going to be revealed. This King of Wands is going to come in and tell the truth, and you guys are going to have some sort of a new beginning. You guys, seems like you guys are going to be making money together, might start a business together. Someone's going to be moving towards the other person. Someone can have to actually make a physical move. Either way, someone's willing to get out of their comfort zone for this connection. You guys know that I love you so much. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how these videos are resonating with you and being a part of the collective. If there's anything else that you want me to cover, answering any topics and questions for you, because these consistently come up about healing, love, and money. And when it comes to healing our shadows, moving forward, aligning with our purpose that God has for our life, it's like that's the focus of this channel. But we are co-creating this space together. So let me know if there's anything that you guys need to know. As always, I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.